that's my heart. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
lineup for the visiting Humber Hawks. Number 3, Karina Winter-Joseph. Number 6, Beverly O'Meara. Number 8, Kia Watts. Number 11, Michaela Peel. And number 15, Sarah Bapti. The head coach is CJ Nofuente.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for?
Everybody get ready to make some noise. Here they are, the starting lineup of your Niagara Knights. Number 1, Jamira Huso. Number 7, Aramon Destiny. Number 10, Lexis Bell. Number 14, Janie Harrison. And number 22, Taryn Mitchell. The head coach for the Knights is Kimball McKenzie.
Wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished? When I would ask tomorrow, y'all thought it was ready? Flexing on it, so like I'm on this minute, come on. And I gotta make it back home, 'cause my mama need that little money.
Alongside Christian Simmons and Marcus Lubin in this debut game for these two teams, as the layup is no good for Peel. And Harrison will take it the other way.
Well, like you said, Alex, it's a debut game for both of these teams, and for the Niagara Knights looking to find a way back to the promised land this season. Last year, a devastating exit in the playoffs, and a bronze medal as Lexis Bell shot just off the glass. Hawks will go the other way, but looking for a huge start to their year right here at home against the Hawks.
These two teams last season split the season series, taking one game from each other, as this one's going to go the other way. Nearly Humber ball, but it will stay with the Knights.
Your starting lineups tonight, powered by the Simply Financial Athletic Center. Jamira Rousseau at guard for the Knights' Destiny. Aramwan, Lexis Bell, Janie Harrison, and Taryn Mitchell for the Knights. On the other side of the timeline, Karina Winter-Josephs, Beverly O'Meara, Michaela Peel, and Sarah Bapti, along with Hope Mangalalan up at the top, filling in that second guard position, the starters for the Humber Hawks.
Harrison will inbound it here to Rousseau. It will give and go. Harrison will bring it past center. Going into the corner. Destiny will try the three, and it is good with the assist from Rousseau.
What a beautiful move in the corner there from Osada Baldwin. Notices she has a defender approaching, makes a quick jab step move to freeze up her defender, and that's good for a bucket.
What a pass from Taryn Mitchell to Lexis Bell as she finishes off the glass for two.
Quick 4-0 start for Niagara. The three is actually ruled a two, my mistake, as Bapti will bring it past center, defended by Mitchell, the fourth-year player. Trying to direct traffic, will give it up to Winter-Joseph. She'll try a three, no good, and it will go the other way with the board by Lexis Bell. Bell will give her to Destiny. Destiny dropping in. She'll get the foul. No shot. Side out. I thought that was going to be continuation, but
It didn't seem she was on her way up as the contact was given. So it looks like it's going to be a foul on the floor with Jamira Russo inbounding.
As Mazel Del Mundo and Perja Martin Brown will check in. Not even 2 minutes in, we have the first sub. That's interesting, as we'll get a redo.
Yeah, must be something that head coach CJ Nofuente saw right off the bat here, as he wastes no time, like you said, 2 minutes into this one, substituting 2 of his starting 5. So
Harrison for 2, no good.
Must have been something he didn't like.
This one will find its way to the newly checked in Del Mundo. As a fight for it, it will stay with Humber with the shot clock at 15.
Hey guys, let's talk about Janie Harrison for a second. Last season, she averaged 12 points per game and over 6.5 rebounds. Quite the efficient player and carrying such a heavy load for NC.
Not just that, Marcus, she also averaged 32% from beyond the arc. And for this team here in the OCAA, that's a very strong marker. And she's a threat from all over the floor. Asada Baldwin to the rim.
With a Euro step.
Beautiful right-hand finish. 6-0 Knights.
Destiny with the lay as Humber will take it the other way. Beverly O'Meara will give it off to Baptiste. Dribbling in with the right. And Humber gets the first 2 points of the season as Rousseau will.
As Humber presses quite early. Foul on the floor.
Foul is on Martin Brown. A minute into this one as Niagara will make some subs.
And checking in is Asia Strawn from Nassau.
As this one, good inbounds play, will get the friendly roll. Asia Strawn just checking in. Maybe a little set play there off the inbounds.
Off to a very strong start there, Alex.
Absolutely, Marcus. As
It's definitely a set play as well. You see the motion coming off the near side as Humber Hawks straight to the cup. That one's no good off the glass, but a design play, motion coming in from the near side and sideline, and finds a wide open, cutting forward to the hoop. Here's another pass
from Harrison. No good on the
rebound.
layup, though.
blew the layup, but a good cut there. It seems like Niagara has, in the offensive end, just knowing what they want to do. Finding open teammates as,
lots of contact at the rim. Asada Baldwin will draw the foul. The Hawks to shoot their first 2 free throws of the afternoon.
And let's see what the Humber Hawks can produce as they take a little bit of a break for free throws.
Well, as you pointed out so far, it's been a great start for the Knights. 8-2, our score here in the early going, as the first one is good.
And let's talk about the new coaching staff within NC. Kimball McKenzie, a former captain of the Niagara River Lions, he played overseas in the UK and Spain in 2 different teams in the Canadian Elite Basketball League. And like I said, most recently the Niagara River Lions, as he helped them win the CEBL championship.
Rousseau will call for the screen. Destiny will set it. Rousseau breaking in with the right, no good. Offensive rebound by Harrison, and she'll get the call and go to the line for 2.
Great body positioning there from Janie Harrison. Gets her shoulder under the cup of Sarah Baptiste and does a great job to position herself for that rebound, and
it looks
she'll
like
be rewarded with 2 free throws.
And it looks like Humber will take a timeout here.
Yeah, Humber, it seems like they're doing a little bit too much, whereas Niagara has had a good game plan, played it slow, and I've had good chances on the offensive.
Yeah, you make
Sorry, go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, you make a good, excellent point there, Alex. It seems like Humber's looking to press early, get Niagara to fumble the ball as they're bringing it up. and not really give them a chance to run their plays.
I think for me, the big one has been the ball movement so far for the Knights. As soon as they come across half, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 passes before that shot attempts, really opening up the floor, spreading out their offensive superstars, and really making the Hawks work on the defensive end. On the other side of center, I haven't seen the same from the Hawks. They're rushing shots, maybe not as patient as they should be, and settling for looks that may not be as valuable.
Yeah,
and it's
agreed.
Like you said, an interesting time for a timeout here, probably the right time, as the Hawks look to find their way back into this one. It's only a 4-point lead for the Knights. It's not, this game hasn't got out of hand just yet, but you can tell the momentum is definitely swaying towards the Knights, and it's the right time to put a pin in it before it gets a little too out of hand.
For sure.
To your point, Christian, I feel like the shot selection for Niagara has been a lot crisper compared to Humber, as the second is good.
Indeed.
From Janie Harrison, the fourth-year player from St. Catharines. Bapti will bring it past center. Thought about potentially the pass roll, get the screen from Martin Brown. Del Mundo will try the three.
Hits all the way from Waterloo.
Nothing but net.
Harrison bringing up the ball now. In traffic, up and in. Janie Harrison all the way to the cup for 2.
A little bit of coast-to-coast action there.
Indeed.
Marcus. As
a little bit of light contact from Rousseau. As Humber will head to the line for 2 more.
Kia Watt will take the foul shots.
All back and forth action. The last 15 seconds here, the floor is starting to open up out of that timeout, and I wonder if that was part of the discussion, as the first free throw is good. On the bench there for the Hawks. Get the feet going, ladies. Get the legs moving here. The game's underway. Season just started. Let's start running. And they came out of that timeout with their feet firmly on the hardwood and then moving at a high rate of speed.
Well, to your point, Christian, in the starting lineup, I see Humber's got two first-year players, Winter Josephs and Peel. So potentially a little bit of jitters as Niagara shows some jitters here as they get called for the backcourt. Can't have that happen.
No, they can't be forcing turnovers this early, Alex, as that could spell for really defensive troubles.
Well, this was a dead ball turnover, so at least they're not going the other way, but you never want to turn it over regardless. As this one will find its way over to Del Mundo, over to Martin. Martin stops, she'll get it over to Martin Brown.
Floater, no good.
At the end of the shot clock, and Niagara will take it the other way. Strachan will try to get stripped there by Del Mundo. And another over and back.
We're trading over and backs here as these women seem to be forgetting where the center line is here.
You don't really see that
through this first quarter, but it does happen. It does happen. It's not always a lapse of judgment, but a difference of speed, and that's what happened right there for the Hawks.
Griffin,
the trailing passing option just didn't have enough speed with her and got caught with her back foot.
And Griffin Lackshane, Kate Roth are the notable names that will be checking in. And a 3 from Megan Lowe's.
From Fort Erie.
Yes, sir.
As Humber will bring it past center. Bapti will get.
Lackshane forces the turnover.
Martin Brown will have a hard fall. This one's going to get taken up by Sinclair with a nice reverse. As Watt will try and answer for Humber. Niagara on a bit of a run here. She'll get past Lowe's, but Lowe's will get called for the foul.
Just a great move there from Maisel Diamundo on this near side sideline. She does a quick little jab step into the middle, in and out move, and catches her defender a little bit, slipping a little bit to the left side and takes advantage on the right, drawing that foul.
Because if you end up forcing your check too far, they're going to blow by you, and they're going to attack that top foot. Rebound by Lackshane.
Martin will force up a shot at the end of the shot clock. Good defense there. Lowe's will take it and hand it over to Strong, where it's nearly taken away. Strong feeling the pressure. Great defense there by Winters-Jones. But she'll get called for the foul there. Good intensity there so far.
And it seems like Coach Kimball wants them to up the intensity on the offensive end, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, Humber has been slow offensively, but even with the full court pressure, as we mentioned earlier, it's been stifling against Niagara, as Niagara with...
Seems like they're going to reset the shot clock to 14 and re-inbound the ball here.
Niagara will be in the bonus with the next foul with almost 4 to go, so we'll see how that plays out. This one will find Sinclair in the corner, no good. Bouncing around, and Humber will get the rebound. 1-on-2 fast break. Nice right there by Watt to cut the lead down to 6, as Lowe's will get it past center.
Beautiful Euro step move and a reverse finish under the hoop, and that one goes for a bucket as three-pointer is a little short there from Sinclair, and the Hawks will go the other way. 17-11, your score with 3:13 left to play here in the first quarter. And
get a pair of subs.
Janie Harrison will now check in.
Sinclair's coming out. Bapty will come in for Martin. This one will get brought past center by Winters-Jones. Winters-Jones taking it off to the corner over to Bapty. No good. Rebound Harrison. As she'll look to give it over to Lackshane. Deciding her options, finding the open shot. We'll try to bring it up as we get a 2-on-2 fast break by Watt. She'll get stripped as Harrison will bring it past center. She'll try to pull up midi, no good. Chaos for the loose ball, and it will be brought in by Del Mundo. Excuse me, Watt. Watt will get doubled, and we'll turn it over to Lackshane as Niagara looking to slow it down a bit after the chaotic last minute and a half or so.
To your point, Alex, it seems like Niagara really does need to slow down on the offensive end as they're struggling to find open players to pass the ball to.
As the pull-up three is no good by Bapty, this one will get brought in by Lowe's. As we get the jump ball call that will stay with Niagara. So we get another sub here.
Second time earlier in this one, in this first quarter, we've had a jam-packed center line. The Hawks seem to be applying pressure early and often as soon as the Knights come over that center line. And there's another example there of a Knight falling to the hard wood because of the firm, strong physical pressure applied on defense by the Hawks. And that's great work from them, really stopping those fast breaks.
Griffin Lackshane will inbound the ball as they look to apply the pressure offensively here, guys.
Lackshane will inbound it here over to Rousseau in the corner, finding Harrison down low. Tries to play a little bit of bully ball, but she'll get 2 shots coming up.
And Harrison is very physical in the post, Alex, as she looks to really assert her dominance on the way in.
She's just so strong, and she's got such great hands that allows her to really impose her will down low in the key. And it's a combination of both. It's her physical ability and stature, and again, her hands and her footwork that allows her to make those moves with such precision in the key.
Yeah, you're right there, Christian.
When we talk about Janie Harrison being dominant down the post, she can shoot the three, 32% last season, so a little bit of everything.
Yeah, she was what we call a sniper from outside.
As this one will get brought past center by Went to Josephs. Defended there by Mitchell. Good defense, but sure they called for the foul. Winter Josephs for the line for 2. First year from Brampton.
And Humber is a really up-tempo team. They really look to put the pressure on you offensively and defensively. And they really look to strike from perimeter as well. Christian, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, the perimeter game is obviously a priority for the Hawks. Haven't really drawn too many fouls. I'd say on the other side of center so far, the Knights have been looking to push the ball into the key, looking to create those cuts and those motion plays, bringing those opportunities closer to the cup. For the Hawks, it's been more about the 3 ball so far. Terrence Mitchell straight to the cup, stripped away, and the Hawks will come across center. But like I said, Marcus, it's been more about the long ball so far in the early going for the Hawks, and it hasn't really played out as they are trailing 6 points, by 6 points here, 17-11.
Harrison with the floater up and in.
The little assist there from Rousseau. Janie Harrison, 6 feet from St. Catharines, Ontario in year 4. As Watt will get it past center. Down low to
Harrison with a good contest all ball.
Great contest there by Harrison well, of course not fouling, but not even jumping. She got the block there as this one finds Rousseau down low. She'll take the step back 3.
No go.
As there's a great defensive play there by Rousseau, reading the passing lane, looking like a safety there, and this one will find Black Shane. And
combination of plays from Tara Mitchell and Jamira Rousseau. That offensive strip there causes that turnover, and great hustle from those 2 women, and the Knights will regain possession with 25-6 left to play here, and a big bucket could be the difference between a 7-point lead and a 9 or a 10-point lead here. That's a huge difference going into that, not intermission, but the break between the first and second quarter.
Harrison will get called for the foul. That'll be 2 free throws as both teams are now in the bonus.
And Lexus Bell will check in for Niagara as they need a much needed pair of fresh legs.
Humber will make a sub. Barton Brown and O'Meara will check in. Niagara will probably look to get the last shot after these free throws here from Bapti. The first one's good.
Well, no shot clock, 22.1 to go. So a quick rebound or a quick inbound and straight down the floor. They do have time to develop some sort of a play. It doesn't have to be a rush shot, but
They do.
Nevertheless, not a lot of time here in the first. There's a timeout is called.
And they're looking to advance the ball as Coach Kimball McKenzie will draw in the huddle and try and draw up a last-second shot.
Yeah, 22 to go in this first quarter. Niagara at times playing a little bit fast, but they're up by 6 here. Humber has brought the intensity so far in this one on the offensive end and defensive end, playing that full court pressure as Janie Harrison in this one's got 6, 4, and 1. 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 4 from the line. So we'll see if she can keep up her dominant presence in this one so far.
And getting some help from Destiny Aramwan and Megan Lowe's as well, the first-year player. Somebody brand new to the Knights, making her presence known and felt here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center early in this one, as she's got 3 points off of a huge three-pointer as well as a rebound and assist to go along with it. And the Knights,
not a bad debut.
looking for 2.
100% from the field.
Definitely a great debut. Talk about a great debut. Great way to start. One huge three-pointer in your first quarter at home is a great way to impress the coaching staff, the fans, and the commentators as well. We're all impressed here in Welland. Megan Lowe's off to a firing start here at the beginning of this one, as the ball will stay on this side of center, which is strange, but inbounded to Rousseau.
They got to be able to break this press to get a shot off.
Niagara's looking to look for the last shot. This one will find its way to Hamilton. Harrison, excuse me. Defended by Martin Brown. Harrison with the midi, no good. And Humber will look to get something quick. As it's taken away, heaved up there by Destiny. May have been deflected regardless. Was after the buzzer, but a great start for Niagara, being up by 6 in this one.
13-19 at the end of 1.
Yeah, interesting scoreboard. And taking a look at the statistics so far in this one, like you said, 19-13 our score, and really a tough afternoon so far shooting the ball for the Hawks. They're shooting 23.1% from the field. And at the line, 75%, they've been 6 of 8. The majority of their points coming from free throws, over 50%. And for the Knights, on the other side of center, shooting the ball very, very well, 47.1% for them. And from the line, 50%.
1 point up.
Drawing 6 turnovers. Humber on the other side of center has turned the ball over 9 times in that first half.
Leading to 11 points.
Yeah, in that first quarter, excuse me. Like you said, 11 points drawn off turnovers. As we're going to take a look at a replay package here from that first quarter, bringing you some highlights. Taking a look here, a nice cut straight to the basket, right off the glass, and a beautiful cut in there from Sinclair. And another player new to this Niagara Knights team, Isabel Sinclair, first-year player out of Welland. And she didn't really have to travel too far. She's staying here, homegrown, playing for the Knights. And I'm sure she's absolutely ecstatic to be in this building and be on a team so close to home and potentially bring a championship home to the city of Welland.
Last year, Niagara had a lot of successes. We're going to get a replay here. Going 12-4, as we'll get a shot of Harrison's layup, who had a great first quarter with 6 points, 4 boards, as she'll look to keep up her impressive first quarter. She's really using her size to her advantage in the paint, getting to the line.
She's finding a way to work her way through the traffic, slither her way through those defenders, get herself, into the key. And that's what, no pun intended, has been the key so far in that first quarter. 12 points in the paint for the Niagara College Knights, being more than half of what they've achieved so far in that first quarter. And they're all of their opportunities so far coming from in tight, and Janie Harrison has done a great job, as evident in that replay, of finding her way into the danger zone and laying it in very nicely.
I would make the point too that Humber, although obviously it's very early, they haven't had an answer for Harrison so far, as we have a error on the score clock.
And to your points, Alex and Christian, both teams have been shooting a rough 25% from 3. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Well, both teams are 1 of 4, so it is a small sample size, but whoever can win the 3-point battle will likely win this one, as Bell will get stripped, but the ball will go out, so it'll stay with Niagara, buying them a few extra seconds in the half-court offense.
It's a nice defensive play from Lexus Bell. Turns into quick offense on the far side as she gets out in transition. And the Knights will inbound.
Harrison will take it in the post and will find it to Rousseau as she'll knock down the corner 3. Now they're 2 of 5, and we'll see if the 3-point differential will play an impact on this.
Good hands from Harrison as she deflects that pass.
Humber trying to play a little bit of pick and roll action there, but that one, getting out Niagara, reading that one pretty well.
And that 3-pointer on this near side in the corner. Great pass from Lexus Bell, gets her head up, notices the wide open Jamir Rousseau outside the arc, and it's 3 points for the Knights.
We'll see if Humber will start to double Harrison as...
Indeed, Christian, to your point, There was some good vision by Alexis Bell to Russo. She shot that all the way from Niagara Falls.
As Bapti will go to the line for 2.
Good Niagara Falls in the first quarter, Fort Erie, St. Catharines. How about from Welland?
Yes.
On the floor here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center.
Yeah.
The newly renovated.
Yes.
And the newly renovated floor as well, as I'm not sure most of our viewers at home and students here on campus as well would have seen a social media post done earlier this year. The Knights and Niagara College invested some money in the court here, and it's very, very beautiful, glistening and glowing. With a nice stained floor, and that one out of bounds will come to the far side for a throw-in for the Hawks.
Christian, and to your point, speaking of new things coming into Niagara, let's talk about the new mascot, Noble, taking over for Nitro, who was the mascot for Niagara College for over 40 years.
Yeah, brand new mascot, brand new beginnings, and we'll get started here with the first of the women's basketball season. And hopefully, just like Nitro, we can have a strong, happy, and smiley start to this year for women's basketball team. Straight to the cup, nice finish on the right side from Bell.
Count the hoop and the harm.
Alexis Bell is going to look to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way, as she'll get to the line for 1.
And let's see if the Knights can capitalize off of this well-gifted opportunity here.
Yeah, one point I want to make is it seems like Janie Harrison has started to get doubled a little bit. It's almost, I wonder if Humber has the mindset of saying, let anyone else but Harrison beat us, as she'll get the board and it'll find its way over to Strong. Give and go to Russo. Screen set by Destiny. Finding the open Bell. No good. Loose ball foul called, and it will go the other way.
Alex, you mentioned some first-year players coming in, and so did Christian. Let's talk about Aaliyah Pereira. She's from Hamilton, Ontario, out of Westdale High School, and she is a guard wearing number 4 today. Now, Aaliyah Pereira is a guard who isn't afraid to shoot the ball. As I talked with her a couple days ago, she showed me some of her high school highlights, and boy, can she shoot.
Yeah, you can't have enough shooting in basketball, especially nowadays with the three-point evolution becoming really the most dominant part of the game, as Bapti will have it over to Watt. Watt defended by Russo. Watt taking it with the right contested layup, nearly scooped it in, rattled around, and the rebound was taken by Destiny. On the fast break, she'll take it in herself. Nearly off the window. Harrison almost had that one, but it's off of Humber and out, as Beverly O'Meara is down.
Seems to be experiencing some discomfort in her knee, as Coach McKenzie will draw a huddle with the 5 on the floor.
Niagara's been off to a great start in this one so far. Nearly doubling up Humber. As Janie Harrison now is on double-double watch with 8 minutes to go in the first. 6 boards, 6 points, so we'll see if she can get that elusive double-double. That'll be a great way to start off her season.
Not out of character for her. She can do it all.
As she'll get it in the post. Off the window, no good.
Rebounded by Bapti here as she'll bring it up.
Thank you, Marcus. Bapti will get the screen from DeMiro. 3 from Gapti, no good. This one will get out, going the other way. It seems like all the momentum is in Niagara's favor right now.
Indeed.
Especially after the break between quarters. Not sure what the message was for Kimball McKenzie, but seems like it certainly worked so far.
Well, they're on a little bit of a run here, and defensively they've been very strong, allowing 2 points in the last 6 minutes so far.
Harrison for three. Bang!
It's good. Harrison doing a little bit of everything. You can't stop her in the post, so she'll take the open three and make it.
Indeed. And Coach Kimball now telling them to up the intensity on the perimeter as they look to apply some pressure.
This one will find Bapty in the corner. Hesitation there, stripped by Bell. This one will go the other way, finding Strand with the right. And this is good, and Humber needs a timeout. All the momentum going in Niagara's favor right now, as the second quarter has been, well, dominant.
And Isabel St. Clair is making her way to the scorer's table as she looks to check in.
Yep, Martin Brown for Humber will go to the scorer's table as that three's no good. It will go the other way. They'll find Russo on the fast break. She'll slow it down, waiting for support, calling for the screen. Dribble handoff to Harrison, where she'll spot up from three. Nearly.
A little bit of a heat check there from Harrison. Rebound. Saw the ball in.
Russo for three.
No good. Rebound Humber as they'll take it the other way. And as this one gets to a 15-point lead, it seems like if Humber wants to get back in this one, they'll need to hit a couple threes of their own, as this one's going to go the other way off the miss. Strand will take it, finding Harrison for three. Rattled around, no good. If she made that, this place would have gone crazy, as that one's taken up. Good stop there by Niagara, and they'll slow it down. We'll find Harrison, who's
Currently on double-double watch.
she'll take it in, no good. She'll grab her on board, taken out. For Russo, she'll take the midi, no good. Bapty will take this one past center, being watched by Alexis Bell.
Again, a heat check from Harrison, and three consistent misses from her. So we'll look for her to back off and have another night step up.
Bapty. There's the three from Humber.
The three is good from Del Mundo. She's had a couple, as we'll get a well-deserved timeout.
And it looks like Niagara will be making a full group sub here.
Don't see that every day.
No.
Harrison with the well-deserved rest. As like we've mentioned multiple times, she's on double-double watch.
Indeed.
With 9 points, 8 boards.
2 assists already as well. She's been doing it all, but shooting 3 for 10 from the field is the one thing catching my eye. Lots of shots going up for Harrison, not a whole lot following. As we're going to take a look at a replay here.
Well, if you're Humber, you'll take that, as we'll get a replay from the assist from Pio over to Del Mundo, and that one's cash. Nothing but net.
Right from the top of the key as well. There's nothing but a straight path for that one.
Absolutely.
She's been a threat from out there, Maisel Del Mundo, is 2 for 3 from beyond the arc for 8 points, 3 rebounds to go along with it as well, being the out-and-out leader for the Hawks so far, getting some help from Sarah Bapty with 5 of her own.
Perfect 2 for 2 from the line coming off the bench, and this one has by far been Humber's best player. As we mentioned, Janie Harrison, she's definitely slowed down a bit. Yes, she might have 9 points and 8 boards, but she's done it on 10 shots. So if you're Humber, you'll take that.
Exactly.
If she's gonna have 9 points, you can take as many shots as you want.
Yep.
Efficient shooting, they'll let her do that all night long. And we'll see how that progresses. Janie Harrison to take a rest in an almost entirely new group here. Mitchell to check in. Roth, Lackshane, as she takes one from deep, also in the game. And Sinclair alongside of Lowe's. So a whole new group for the Knights.
Down low into Roth, the 6'2" center. Some more size on the floor after Harrison will check out. We'll see if that affects Humber, as it's nearly taken by Lackshane, the sharpshooter, as they'll try to get it down low to Greenview on the pick and roll. Nice spin there by Megan Lowe's, the the rookie, their 5th point of the game. She'll be the point of attack defender here on Winter Josephs. Winter Josephs got it. She'll give it off to Martin on the wing. Defended by Black Shane. As there's a scrum for it, and this one will get out, and it will be Niagara ball. Looked like there could have been a call on that one, but nope. Sorry, go ahead, Marcus.
And St. Clair playing very physically on defense, not afraid to push the ball a little bit.
Yeah, well, like we said, she can obviously let it fly. So if she can let it fly, perfect 3-and-D player.
Yep. Reminiscent of OG Anunoby a little bit, as he was definitely a foul now on the way up.
Lots of contact.
To your point, a player like OG Anunoby might not put up the big box score numbers, but he'll make an impact on winning. And if Griffin Lackshane can be anything like OG Anunoby, I'm sure she'll take that, as the first one's no good for Sinclair. Lackshane also repping the number 3.
Exactly.
As the second will rattle around, and it's good, and we'll get a sub for Humber.
And Kiara McKenzie-Johnson will check in for Humber.
Thank you, Marcus. I'm glad you did that, because I would have made a mistake. I read the wrong number, as this one's gonna get into Watt. Winter Josephs has it. Finding Watt on the wing. She'll let it fly. No good. Big contest there for the ball, and it will
go Niagara's way. Sorry to cut you off there, Alex.
It's all good, Marcus. Taryn Mitchell involved there, the 4th-year player, who we thought last year was going to be her last year, but coming back for her 4th year. As we get a look at that during the half, as Taryn Mitchell will take it herself. Looked like potentially a blocking foul there. No call, as Humber will take it the other way. Trying to get it
from St. Clair. Off to Mitchell. Mitchell up and in.
With the right. As Niagara right now doubling up Humber. 34-17.
Yep, and for the Hawks, it's going to happen here, right now or never. 3 left to go in the first half. That pass, beautifully placed, blown layup by the Hawks, and the Knights will come the other way. But like I'm saying, Alex, is you can feel this game starting to slip away for the Hawks, and it's do or die time. Deep shot there from Mitchell is no good.
Yeah, you mentioned that. It is coming out of the first. It was only a 6-point game, 2-possession game. Very easily to come back, but it's 34-17 as a travel is called on Guillemot, and it will be Niagara ball.
And for our viewers at home, on campus, or at work, Harrison, Destiny, Bell, Russo, and Mitchell.
Thank you, Marcus. As Mitchell, the 4th year from Wayne Fleet, will inbound it over to Harrison. We'll see if Harrison gets some touches after her cold shooting, as she'll get the screen from Destiny. Destiny on the wing, dribble handoff for Harrison. She'll let it fly. It'll rattle around, no good. Rebounded there by McKenzie-Johnson, as it will find Watt on the wing. Down low into Guillemot. A little bit of goalie ball, but
and a charge.
Offensive foul, like Marcus said. A little bit too physical there, but you like to see the intensity there.
Now, Christian, in your opinion, what has been the key to the Knights' success so far?
A couple of things from me. Turnovers, a big one. They've drawn so far 15 turnovers from the Hawks. Defensively, they've been fantastic. And rebounding as well has been a huge catalyst. 24 rebounds for the Knights, 13 on the other side for the Hawks. So they're out hustling, out rebounding, and out defending the Hawks so far, and that has translated into points. Rousseau from the corner. That one is catching nothing but air. The Hawks will come the other way, but points in the paint as well. 20 points coming inside the box for these two. Tough finish inside there from Watts, and sorry, it's Alex from Watts. And
Watt's gonna show off his strength there, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play. That's the first basket for Humber in a real long time. As we mentioned, they've only scored now 8 points in this quarter.
And about a minute and a half to go in the second quarter.
Make it 10 as Mackenzie Johnson will,
with Mitchell running it up the floor here,
pick up the loose changes. Like Marcus said, Mitchell will hand it off to Harris. Little give and go back to Mitchell. She'll let it fly. Rattles around, no good. Harrison had her fingertips on it, and it'll go the other way. This one taken in by Baptiste, finding the open double down the corner, no good. Her shooting has been real good for the Hawks, as this one's taken in by Destiny, and she'll get to the line for two.
Not a lot of people will try and veer into the contact. They'll try and steer away from it, as Destiny is not afraid to get her shoulder in there and look for a possible and one opportunity.
Destiny's 6 feet tall and she can move, so she's definitely going to try and use her size to her advantage.
Just a smart play, noticing a bigger and potentially slower defender in front of her, and just steps right in, accepts the contact, and goes to the line to shoot two.
As Destiny will miss a pair, an extra shot for her. Not sure what the call was, but she'll go 1 of 3 from the line. Niagara now in the bonus in the last 47, so we'll see how that impacts the game. Humber will bring it past center, looking to get some momentum going into the half, as that's not what you want to do, as they'll turn it over. This one will find its way to Strawn. Mitchell with the layup, no good. 24 seconds as Humber will look to get the last shot here. Watt will give it in to Baptiste. Baptiste, good pass.
Blocked by Harrison!
Harrison got her fingertips on that one, as it will find Strawn, and she thought about the three to find Mitchell. Harrison for three, no good. Rebounded there by
up again, it's good.
Destiny, as she'll get the buzzer beater, ending the first half at 39-21. It's been all Niagara here in the first half, as the first quarter was close, only a 2-possession game, and this one's been blown wide open. Any thoughts, guys?
Christian?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first if you want to hand it off. I don't mind. Don't mind if I do at all. Janie Harrison, as we've previously mentioned a few times, great performance from her. 9 points as a starter, shooting 3 for 13, 9 rebounds as well. We'll have the double-double watch in effect. 2 assists as well. As we're going to take a look at a replay package, and we'll get back to my thoughts following that. But just a great start for the night, 37-21, and thanks to some beautiful plays that we'll take a look at here. Taryn Mitchell straight to the cup, and what a huge part of this Niagara Knights team is Taryn Mitchell. She's the heartbeat, the heart and soul, 4th-year player.
That she is.
Out of Waynfleet, Ontario, and she really does do it all. And we'll have a little bit of a package on her a little bit later this afternoon, just to give you an insight as to who she is.
And well, let's not forget about
We're gonna go to the interview with Noah Vogel on Taryn Mitchell, as we're gonna set it into break for halftime, but look forward to the interview with Taryn Mitchell, as that one's gonna be real entertaining.
Knights lead 37-21 at the half.
I'm Noah Vogel. This is Taryn Mitchell from the Niagara College women's basketball team, and this is 60 Seconds with her. So, Taryn, my first question I'm going to ask is, we all thought after your last season you were done, but you're back again for year number 4. What changed your mind?
Basically just the girls here. We are a close-knit group of girls. I love them to death, so I know that I was coming back into something that I'm comfortable with, as well as I'm still figuring out my future. I got a lot to think about, and I'm young, so might as well play some basketball, have some fun.
And you have so much experience, and I think that's going to translate really well with a bunch of new girls you have on the team this season. A lot of new faces, rookies coming to the team this year, and how are you stepping into a big leadership role this season?
Going into my 4th year, I'm a vet now, to all the rookies, so I think that I have to go into that leadership role and take them under my wing forward.
And you've been around the block. You have so much experience. You're an OCAA bronze medalist, 2-time West Division 2nd team All-Star. What's your goal for this season?
Oh, I just want that gold medal, man. Like, our team has been working for that, and we've gotten there so many times, but we've never been able to pull through. So honestly, I just want a gold medal for Eddie. That's all I want.
Well, that was 60 Seconds with Taryn Mitchell. I've been Noah Vogel. Thank you, and good luck in your season.
Thanks.
Niagara College Knights and the Humber College
Hawks.
Thank you. Jeez. So far in this one, it's been all Niagara. As it's been Janie Harrison and Asia Strawn who's helped the way for the Knights. Janie Harrison with 9 and 9 in the first, however, shooting 3 of 13. Asia Strawn with 6 points on 3 of 3. With 5 boards as Winter Josephs will start this one. Watt will
21 the score here, so not exactly a tight one as the Hawks right to the rim. That one no good. Tipped.
This one will find Bappy in the corner. Thank you. As Bappy will get the deuce as Mitchell will get it over to Harrison, nearly given away as that one will stay with Niagara. Humber with the Hawks with the intensity after the break, trying to force turnovers, and if you want to come back in this game, that's what you got to do. It is only 14 points, so not out of the realm of possibility as Russo will get stripped.
Nice defensive play.
By Winter Josephs.
Josephs just gets a hand in on that one, and the Hawks will go the other way. Corner 3, no good, and that one will bounce out of bounds, and the Knights will take possession, but that's what the Hawks and Winter Josephs need to be doing more of here in that second half. Like we talked about a lot in the first half, 22 points in the paint attributed to this Knights 37 they've put up so far, and being strong in the paint is going to be a big factor for the Hawks.
Destiny misses that layup, and this one will go the other way. Finding O'Meara in the corner, over to Watt, back to Bappy. Bappy will take it in, and she'll get rejected there by Bell.
Seems like there was a foul on the way up there, Alex, as Bappy will go to the line for 2.
That looked like from our angle was all ball, but nonetheless, it'll be 2 for Bappy. 4th-year player from Mississauga, as she's got 7 so far, make it 8. She's now 4 or 5 from the line, so effective from the charity stripe. As Humber will stop the clock, which is what you need if you want to come back in this one. Now bring it down to 12 as Mitchell will get it over to Rousseau with this full court pressure as they'll get it past center and they'll get to Mitchell in the corner. Thinking about the 3, Mitchell dribble it, finding Rousseau on the wing, asking for the screen, she'll get it. Rousseau will drive in, take it herself over 2 defenders. As Destiny nearly got it, but off her foot and out of bounds. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Humber is building a little bit of something.
Well, starting with the full court press very early here in this second half as the urgency is starting to set in.
Well, to your point, Christian, even going back in the first quarter, they brought out the full court press fairly early, and it's been working, so we'll see how they run that here as this one's turned over by O'Meara, thinking that Bappy was in the corner, but.
And it seems like No Fuente's message coming out of the locker room was up the defensive intensity in the second half here, guys.
Yeah, well, if you can get points in transition as they're looking to force the turnovers, Bappy will get her hands on it, but it'll roll out. If you can get turnovers, especially live ball turnovers, you can go back the other way for a fast break.
Of course, and you can get quick points, which is the other one. You go 2 for 1 or 3 for 1, depending on how fast you can get out in transition, how quickly you can earn yourself turnovers. The Sodovan stripped, Hawks with that intense D. Here they come, Bappy, right off the glass. That one's good. As the Hawks continue to steamroll here at the beginning of this third quarter. How about that start?
Absolutely.
The second half for the Hawks.
They were down 16, and now it's only 10. 1 point away from a 3-possession game. Mackenzie's going to have to talk it over here. Good timeout. It almost seems like some of the Knights weren't ready coming out of half, but as we'll get a replay of that last basket by Bappy, as she'll get the ball from Destiny, and she'll take it herself past center. Some pressure there from Russo, but off the window in there for two. Bring in the intensity, because that's what you need.
And a little bit of a clap and a flex there.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to, the best thing to have is confidence, and when you're confident, anything can happen. And like we mentioned, it's only a 10-point game.
That's true. And anything can happen in terms of momentum and swaying the scores. So
2 stops, 2 buckets, and it's a 2-possession game.
Exactly.
So.
Well, like you said, lots of momentum out of the locker room for the Hawks, and we'll see if that timeout can do the same thing for the Knights as they look to regain control of this one. Turned over again.
They can't handle this full court pressure. We'll see how they deploy that the rest of this one. Winter Josephs has it on the wing, getting the screen from Peel. Peel will try and dump it down low to Bapti, but she'll turn that one over. Niagara ball as we'll get more full court pressure.
Well, nice ball movement there from the Hawks, and just one too many passes. But great job of breaking through the defense.
One thing to note is Humber is going to look to try and force an 8-second call.
Good crossover by Destiny.
Good crossover, like what Marcus said. Misses the layup, and Bapti, who's been a big part of this comeback, will take it the other way. Winter Josephs will take this one over to Watt. Watt deciding her options. Thought about the dribble handoff, but will keep it, getting the screen from Peel, dumping it, trying to dump it down low to Harrison, but it'll go the other way off the steal. Russo slowing it down, and wisely so. Harrison thought about the 3. This one will get over to Bell. Bell back to Harrison. Good ball movement here. No good from Russo. That one looked like it was going to drop, but rattles around, and Humber ball keeping it a 10-point game. Watt on the wing, getting the screen from Peel. She'll find Peel near the 3-point line as it's given away. Good hands there by Bapti, as she'll cause the travel.
Double dribble there,
Double
Alex.
dribble, thank you. Regardless, turnover, dead ball turnover, going the other way. As we've mentioned so much in this third quarter, Bapti has been the reason why it's a game now. Having a couple of layups and nice defensive plays.
Well, I mean, out of nowhere, at the end of that first half, Maisel Demundo, your leading scorer for the Hawks, 8 points. And all of a sudden, Sarah Bapti just climbs her way up. That statistic's born. 11 points, 6 rebounds for her. A couple of steals so far here in this third quarter as she has decided to fly high with the Hawks here. Bapti to the rim looking for one. That one deflected out beyond the arc. Another shot. That one bounces in, and the Hawks make it a 7-point game.
Beverly O'Meara with a little shooter's bounce there as Niagara is looking to build some momentum. That shot looked rushed, but nearly rebounded.
Wow, loose ball tripped on, and the Hawks the other way again.
The aforementioned Bapti, who's kind of taken over this game, will find her teammate. The 3, no good, as Rousseau will run it the other way. Dump over to Mitchell. Great pass there, and it for the deuce.
Nice break there from Rousseau and Mitchell, and a nice bounce pass. Finds Mitchell on that far side and a beautiful left-hand finish, and just like that, it's back up to a 9-point lead. 3 is no good, and that one will bounce out of bounds. But that bucket is huge for the Knights. Try to regain control here as they've seemed to fallen down from their original 16-point lead coming into the half. It's now 9.
And Marion Martin will check in for the Humber Hawks, as well as Persia Martin Brown.
Sarah Bapti's going to check out, so bit of an interesting substitution there as Mitchell's looking to make her presence felt. Good lay there, back-to-back buckets for Niagara. She'll apply the pressure on defense.
And Caitlin Roth has now made her way to the scorer's table to check in for Niagara.
As that one looks like it was deflected, and it will go the other way. Rousseau will look to set the tempo. Harrison with a nice spin move with the left. She'll get the call. A little bit of that Pascal Siakam spin move there.
Yep. Reminiscent of Blake Griffin and Pascal there as she spins her way into the lane and gets the foul call.
Just a great job of identifying a smaller defender in front of you, noticing that you're going to take right to the cup, makes a nice move in the high post and draws a foul for 2 free ones at the charity stripe.
First one's no good, and to Christian's point, it's either going to be a layup or 2 foul shots. So you have to make that decision there. And Harrison struggled at the line in this one, 2 of 5 so far. Making 2 of 6 as Sarah Bapley will come back into this one with a short breather. She's been the reason why this one came back with a bad shot there by Watt. As
bad pass and a turnover and a foul called
on Humber.
And Griffin Lackshane will now check in for Niagara, as well as Caitlin Roth.
Excuse me, the foul going on Niagara, but Humber will inbound it here, looking to make it to single digits. Watt will be the inbounder, having some troubles finding a teammate, but it'll get over to Del Mundo. Back up to Martin Brown, no good. Lackshane, look at it. Full court pressures back. This one making its way over to Lowe's. She'll let it fly, no good. Jump ball, and it will go to Niagara. Caitlin Roth is on the scene. Roth making her presence felt. 6'2", the 6'2" center from Kippen, Ontario. We'll see if she can use her sizes. Looks like there's not really anyone that can match her. Humber.
Lots of whistles here, so.
Bit of confusion amongst the officials. Not sure what the call was.
Something at the scorer's table, they figured it out and we will play on.
And it's another jump ball here, and it goes Humber's way.
Humber will look to take it to single digits. They had it as low as 10, I believe. So, see if Bapti can continue her hot streak here. As a nice dribble handoff, taken up with the right by Watt. And she'll go to the line for 2. Kia Watt not having a great game so far, 6 points, but on 11 shots with 5 rebounds. So she'll go to the line for her 4th and 5th free throws.
It's just been that kind of game for the Humber Hawks, really struggling from the field. 9 of 37 for a 24.3 shooting percentage across the whole bench, and 3-pointers a little bit better, not better, but in the grand scheme of things, usually 3-point field goal percentage should be a lot lower than the across the board field goals. We got a scrum and a loose ball picked up.
One thing that Niagara's done really well is they've scored 20 points off of turnovers, as Humber's turned it over 21 times. We mentioned how good Humber's full court press, has been.
Seems like Niagara's gonna run up a play here.
Humber only 9 points off of turnovers, which is a lot less than the 20 as Niagara.
Hard foul there.
Right side, yeah.
Strong will head to the line for 2 with the big collision there with Mackenzie Johnson. The 6-footer from Mississauga in her first game.
Alexis Bell will look to check in here for Niagara.
And the first one is good. Bring it back to double digits there as Strong will high-five her teammates, which weren't there. She'll go for number 2. No good. And Mackenzie Johnson will put it up on her own basket off the rebound.
Lots of confusion here, and an interesting game continues to get more and more interesting. 44-32 the score if you're just joining us here in Welland, as that one's no good. Hawks will retain possession again, down the sideline. Goes up with it, rebound, Hawks still have it, off the glass and in.
Mackenzie Johnson will make up for.
And she'll get a bucket on
The correct
the
net.
right side of center this time, but an interesting play, like I said. Never really seen that before, I have to say.
We'll see who gets credited with the points, as this one's going to be Humber ball.
As Bapti forces the turnover, the Hawks will take it the other way, and lots of hustle from her.
I'll tell you what, the fact that this game is even close, it's all because of Sarah Bapti. Hasn't shot the ball great from the field, but her defensive presence has just been incredible. On double-double watch as well, 11 points, 8 rebounds. We mentioned before, Hamilton on double-double watch hasn't recorded a rebound or a point in this quarter. As Watt's gonna back down the defender, trying to
Harrison
get
with the
into
steal.
Winton Josephs, excuse me, as Destiny will head to the line for 2, and Niagara now in the bonus with 2:25.
And the foul seems to be on Persia Martin-Brown as she's confused about the call here.
Well, she's arguing for a travel. Destiny did take 4 steps, but her 4th step happened after the foul was called, and that's what the argument entails. But nevertheless, the first one's good. The second one will rattle out. And
Rebound Watt.
1 for 2 trip for Destiny.
Active hands by St. Clair.
Sarah Bapti will give it down low, little handoff, and the block is called. As, according to the scoreboard, Humber is now in the bonus, as Bapti will take it to the line for 2, and you can't ask for anything better. You stop the clock and have your best free throw shooter at the line, as Bapti's a real solid 5 of 6 so far.
And Alex, to your point, Sarah Bapti has really been controlling Humber's offense. She's really been pushing the tempo here.
She's been everything, really, on both sides of the ball for Humber. She's the reason why that this game is in reach, really. Now with the 3rd of her team's points. Back with that full court press, as we've mentioned all game, and that one turned over by Hamilton.
Harrison.
Thank you, Harrison, who will seem a bit disappointed, and Humber's gonna look to bring it back to single digits. This one's gonna get over to Winter Josephs. She'll try and dump it into Gearmew, but that's gonna be 2 free throws, so probably best case scenario.
Yeah, you're right.
Winter Josephs will make her 2nd trip to the line, going 0 of 2. Josephs with 2 boards so far, with the 1st point.
Now, Christian, in your opinion, what has been the key to Humber's defense?
Well, it started in the beginning of this quarter. They did a great job of suffocating the center of the court. That full court press was providing lots of pressure and really congesting the middle of the court. And it continues here. Take a look at the way that they're creating pressure. Nice work from the Knights to break through it there, but they have a box in the middle of the court. They have 2 up top, 2 in the center, and 1 back.
Low, yeah.
And it's creating so much turmoil in the fast break and in the middle of the court breakthroughs as Destiny straight to the bucket. That one is no good, but
One thing
Well, Sarah Bapti as well. She's been fantastic on the back end and rebounds. A massive catch-up has been done. They've closed the gap, 32-30.
One thing
rebound score, and the Hawks have done a great job of fighting on the glass. Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
One point I'd like to make in terms of the Knights, as this one's nearly taken away as the shot clock winding down. Watt trying to dump it down low. We'll get it up to Destiny, and the travel's called. One point I'd like to make about the full court press is if you do get past center, you'll have a good chance of scoring, but Destiny in specific, and as well as the whole Knights roster, has had some chances on easy layups and they've smoked it. So even if you give them the good chances, they're not scoring on them. So that's why it's only a 7-point game as Bapti will bring it past center. She'll take it up with the nice finish. And we've got ourselves a 2-possession game going into the fourth.
And with only a minute left to spare as well.
Harrison feeling the pressure, give it over to Russo, up to Mitchell with the right, no good. As Humber is in 2-for-1 territory. As this one's turned over. And it's gonna go the other way with the offensive foul. Chaos going on both sides of the court. That's the only way to put it, Marcus.
Chaos is right. Turnovers, both sides of the court. 30 seconds to go, 2-possession game. And the Hawks have totally closed the margin.
Humber had a chance at the 2-for-1, but electing just to let the clock go as this one will get taken up and Hamilton will get the board. Over to Destiny, she'll put it up, no good. Humber with the chance at the last shot to maybe get this one down to 1 possession. This one will get over the wing. And the three's good at the buzzer.
Del Mundo at the buzzer.
Del Mundo with the trace as we've got ourselves, believe it or not,
a 2-point game.
Oh boy, what a quarter.
This has become a nail bite.
I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I can't really say anything
It's a
beyond
nail
that.
biter. Del Mundo right at the buzzer for her 11th point. Sarah Bapti leading the way with 15, and we're going to take a look at a replay of that beautiful shot right at the end of the quarter. Hazel Del Mundo continuing to be a threat from beyond the arc as that one drops, and she follows that tray in her hands all the way back into her territory and to the bench, where they celebrate the best quarter of their afternoon here in Welland so far, and they've all of a sudden flipped the script, made this one a game.
Well, I'll tell you what, with Del Mundo, she came off the bench in this one, nailing 3 of 5 threes, being absolutely cash from downtown. And in the third quarter, Humber outscoring Niagara 22 to 8. Correction there on the score clock, but that's more points in that quarter than they had going into half. So
yeah,
whatever was drawn up at half, in the half, I mean, you just have to tip your cap to the Humber coaching staff as Niagara just stumbling in the third quarter. We'll see what McKenzie will draw up in his first game.
So the starters to come back out here for the Knights, and like you said, Alex, whatever was said at halftime in that locker room fired up the Hawks, and the Knights have failed to respond since then. As they continue to flounder, just 8 points, as previously mentioned, scored in that third quarter, and that is a 100% decline from the first 2 quarters.
And Winter Josephs with the air ball as Niagara will take it the other way.
One point I want to make is since Humber has applied so much pressure on this full court press, we see a fatigue plays a fact in this fourth quarter as the Knights will slow it down. Mitchell in the corner. Back up to Rousseau. nearly past center. Good screen there by Destiny. Mitchell in the corner for three. Off the back rim, and it will get into the hands of Sarah Bapti, the fourth-year player. And she'll take this one mid-range shot, no good. Offensive foul. Trying to go for the tie. I didn't quite see, I'm not sure if you had an eye on it, Marcus.
I didn't quite see it either.
I did. So as number 12 was running in, you could see a little bit of contact into Destiny's shoulder, and she reacted, and I think that's what caused the official to call the foul. Now, I know being unbiased is a whole part of broadcast, but in the third quarter on that foul call,
Lots of contact. Destiny charged with a charge. And that ball will come the other way as this one really starts to heat up here. 9:15 to go in the fourth quarter, and lots of contact. Sarah Bapti slow to get up. She seems to be all right.
But she had the wind knocked out of her.
yeah.
But
Now, guys, that call.
Anybody else for the Hawks? Don't lose Sarah Bapti in the fourth quarter.
Indeed.
When you need her the most, 15 points so far this afternoon. She's been leading the way.
she'll take this one. Nice dribble handoff off to Winter Joseph. She'll take it herself. Finding Bapti in the corner. She'll drive in with the right, and we're all knotted up at 45. The Humber sideline is making lots of noise.
The shoe was falling off here. Sarah Bapti has one shoe. She's playing through all of it. The contact,
And she'll
the
get the
missing
jump,
shoes.
forced to travel. She's done it all, like you said. We've seen it all. I know a basket from Mackenzie Johnson, and a shoe coming off.
I've never seen that before. That's the first time I've seen a flying shoe. I've seen flying balls, flying arms.
Flying
Here at the court at the Simply Financial Athletic Center, but I have yet to see a flying shoe, and there's a first for everything. Is that one out of bounds, blown dead, and inbounded to Bapti, and ball will go the other way with the Hawks.
Bapti will take this one. On the wing, knotted up at 45. Looking to make her presence felt over to Watt. Watt faking the dribble handoff, guarded by Mitchell, no good. And Mitchell will grab the board, bringing it past center. Defended by O'Meara. She'll get it in to Rousseau. Rousseau defended by Bapti. Asking for the screen. Being clamped, and this one's gonna go the other way. Bapti off the turnover is gonna take this, and
Rousseau
Rousseau
seems to be in some discomfort here.
yeah. And Niagara needs to get her off the court, so they'll call the timeout. Not sure quite what happened.
I saw she threw the ball against her defender's foot in an attempt to potentially knock it out of bounds, but
And
I
now,
didn't see the injury. As soon as the ball left her hands,
and now here's a
immediately
strong
started to tense. So Rousseau to the training table.
What a move by Taryn Mitchell. Thought about the three there.
This one will go up by Harrison, no good. As she's been ice cold since the first half,
And
really.
And a jump ball has been called, and it will go Niagara's way here, guys.
Hamilton and, Harrison in a discussion with Bell. Excuse me. This one will get to Mitchell. Nice spin move there with the right.
Up and in, Taryn Mitchell, spinning like a tornado as she gets the bucket.
Took her on a trip and then I spent her like
Blocked by Harrison!
And that one's blocked. That one's taken by Strong, but stolen there by Del Mundo, the sniper. Wendell Josephs will get it up to Watt.
And Coach McKenzie's telling the five on the floor to stay big, keep the arms out.
Bell applying the pressure on defense, finding the cut and Gearmew. Lots of pressure.
Ow.
And a
And a
travel is
travel.
called. Great defense there by Harrison.
And St. Clair on the help. The defense from Niagara has really picked up here, guys, as they look to extend their lead, which is just a simple 2 points.
Taryn Mitchell bringing a pass center, the fourth-year player, as we saw the 60 seconds with Noah over half, as Strong will get it down to Harrison, and she'll go to the line looking to secure.
Gathers that ball, takes one step.
Double-double.
And tries to go up. Drawing that foul, Harrison to the line, looking for her 8th and 9th free throw of the afternoon.
What we talked about in the first half when it was all Niagara, Janie Harrison was a big part of that as she gets her double-double. In the second half, she's been ice cold, only one board in a quarter and change.
Well, it hasn't just been her, Alex. It's been the whole squad. The whole night.
Oh, absolutely.
Top to bottom, 8 points in that third quarter. So it wasn't just her not scoring. They couldn't break through.
I'm not putting the blame on her. I'm just saying that was one thing that started the night's strong start, as this one's going to go the other way. But Niagara's going to look to get her going, and Winter Josephs gets called. Not liking the call, and one thing for Niagara is Humber has already got 3 fouls with 6:23 to go. So we'll see if they can take advantage of that and get to the line, as this one's going to get in for Alexis Bell, the corner directing traffic. Getting the screen from Harrison. Won't take it. Back to Harrison on the three-point line. This one will let it fly by. And that one.
It's raining threes in Welland. Call TD. The bank is open.
That one was green, as Watt will hand it off to Bapti. Bapti on the top of the key will find it in the corner. Corner three, no good off the top of the backboard.
Almost looking like pandemic Paul George.
Mitchell hesitates, kicks out in the corner.
St. Clair, no. Air ball.
No good, but a nice move from Mitchell at the top of the key, gaining some time and space, and finds an open Sinclair. The Hawks grab that rebound.
As Bapti will take this one into the paint. A little midi. That's Cash. Looking a little bit like Chris Paul there. As we'll get a timeout.
By Niagara.
By Niagara.
As Coach Kimball McKenzie and his high basketball IQ look to draw up a play here for Niagara.
Yeah, 5:15 to go, and it's a 5-point game.
Let's talk about Taryn Mitchell and her contribution so far in this game, gentlemen. Taryn has been quite the contributor here. With now, despite shooting 40% from the field, she has 8 points, which is quite impressive.
Well, she's been dominant in the paint.
She has.
With her layups, and 4 for 6 from 2, as we're gonna get a replay here. Once that shot falls, she'll be unstoppable, as the 3 is good by Strawn.
And like I said, somebody call TD. The bank is open.
The bank is open at 2:35.
Banks open
on Sunday.
So is the dishwasher. How about that pass? That dish from Janie Harrison. She grabs that ball off of a bounce pass, makes a 360. No look to Asia Strachan, and that 3 is set up by her, and the speed in which she made that pass. And just like that, timeout has come to an end. 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter, as this one gets real tight here in Welland. The Hawks come back in the third quarter, make this one a game, and we are in for a treat.
Surprisingly,
5 minutes.
And surprisingly going away from the full court press. But the Knights will get it up to Mitchell in the corner. Screen there by Destiny.
Looking to roll off that screen, doesn't produce anything.
Humber's been good on that pick and roll defense to force the turnover, as Bapti's gonna take this one over to
Del Mundo.
Del Mundo.
The 3 comes up short. as Niagara will take it the other way. For those of you watching online at home or work or campus, the 5 on the floor for Niagara is Janie Harrison, Taryn Mitchell, Ermwan Destiny, Lexus Bell, and Asia Strong.
Mitchell will find the open teammate in the corner, Harrison. Up to Destiny. Destiny.
Well, in and out move.
In and out, like I said.
Mitchell for three.
Rattles around, no good. This is going to go the other way. Sarah Bapti. Harrison tried to be a safety there, and the lay is good.
Beautiful finish
By Watt.
there by Watt as she
Watt.
comes in, takes a few steps, shoulder into the contact, and finishes strong with the right hand.
Watt,
Point lead for the Knights.
Watt shooting a not so great 3 of 16 here, almost a tour date, as Mitchell misses the layup, but it's going to go the other way.
Bapti for 3. Will it go?
No good. Trying to tie this one up, and it's going to go the other way on the offensive foul. Griffin Lakshane's going to check in for Mitchell, as Humber is going to take this timeout. One thing to mention is Niagara, with 3:44 to go, they're now in the bonus. So that is an advantage for them in this close one to get some freebies.
Well, it's going to come down to the fouls, for sure. It's also going to come down to the defensive capability of the Humber Hawks, and can they stop Janie Harrison? And on the other side of center, can the Knights stop Sarah Bapti? I mean, Sarah Bapti has been in absolute control of this game since halftime. She's got 19 points, shooting 6 for 15 from the field, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists, as we will
Have a look at a replay here.
take a look at a replay. Hawks coaching staff talking things over. Watt down that right side, straight through the contact, off the board, off the cup, and drops in for a Hawks 49th points of the afternoon. So it's a 3-point game with 3:44 to go.
Do you guys think Humber's going to bring back the full court press here?
Why wouldn't they? It has worked since the opening tip of this second half, and if it was me on that bench making these executive decisions, I would say you got to stick with it. You got to roll with what's working.
Indeed.
And don't take your foot off the gas. You change something now, you don't know how that works out for your squad, and all of a sudden we could be back to a 16-point lead like we were in the second half for the Knights.
Looks like it's going to come back here. I will say I'm a little bit surprised because coming out of that previous timeout they stopped, but they're back to it now, so I guess they're going to switch that up here. Trying to force the turnover down 3, trying to tie this one up.
And gentlemen, it is now crunch time for the Hawks to try and see if they can pull off an upset.
Harrison is going to take this one. Pass centers, look at it in. Pass center. Harrison's going to take this one up with the left. No good. Grabs her board, where she'll find Destiny. Thought about it, but it'll get over to Strong. Good screen there by Destiny. Destiny backing down. Winter Joseph, and it's turned over, and a foul is called. Harrison not liking the call. Got to be careful.
Got to be very careful. That's not the kind of reaction you want to see with 3:20 to play.
Taryn Mitchell is going to come back in for Destiny, the second-year player from Venice, Italy, and Toronto. As Watt will bring this one past center with 3:15 to go. Screen there by Del Mundo. Watt backpedaling, looking for Bapti. Bapti getting it down low to Gearmew. Good defensive pressure there, 6 on the shot clock, as Bapti will throw it up there. Mitchell with the rebound. And this one's gonna be a travel. Thought that would have been a jump ball, but regardless, it's gonna stay with Niagara as Mitchell's gonna give this up to Harrison. Up to Lackshane in the corner, back to Harrison. Harrison over to Mitchell, getting the screen from Harrison. Harrison will take it to the rim. Harrison liking the matchup as Harrison's gonna go to the line for 2. Winter Joseph's called for the foul, and Niagara now in the bonus. Niagara with only 2 fouls so far in this quarter. So
Well, that's huge.
yeah,
The bonus, it's 2:42 to go, and any foul from here on out is trouble for the Hawks, and that changes the game plan.
100%.
Knights will look to attack the basket as the second one is good. Harrison extends the lead to 6.
well, to your point, Christian, Niagara's got some fouls to play with. So if they need to take something away, they can. But as we're nearing the 2 minutes mark, they'll have 1 foul to give. As Bapti will have it at the top of the key, driving in with the right.
Contact.
And that's going to go the other way.
And Sarah Bapti is down.
Bapti been bumped and bruised a lot in this one, but
Just a soldier. A wounded soldier at that. She's been here this afternoon, and that's her second time hitting the hardwood this afternoon. She seems to be okay. We wish her nothing but the best of health, and we will return to basketball.
Beverly O'Meara and Persia Martin Brown checking in for Humber.
closing lineup coming in now as Mitchell's going to have it at the top of the key. Over to Bell, Alexis Bell getting the screen from Harrison, down low on the pick and roll. Over in the corner for 3, no good. Off the fingertips of Harrison, tried to tell the official it wasn't off of her. But it will be Humber ball down 5 with a little over 2 to go.
And boys, I don't know about you, but I am on the edge of my seat as this one has come really close. Just
I'm not
2
even
minutes
in my
left.
seat anymore, Marcus. Just 2
That's not
minutes
true,
to go.
Christian. That's not true.
5 points.
One thing, sorry, go ahead.
5 points making the difference here. Baptiste midi off the glass.
Could have been a call on that one.
Could have been a call.
One thing to note,
What a move by Taryn Mitchell. Inside, up and in!
that was nasty. Looking a little bit like Kyrie there.
Absolute wizardry with the ball.
Just a beautiful move. Notices the open lane on the right side, drives right, and then a Euro step to continue on that right side, and a great right-hand finish from Mitchell.
Lucky to get the call there because she had 3 defenders on her. Not a great shot there, but at the end of the day, she gets to the line for 2, and now Niagara doesn't have a foul to give. Any foul going on in this one will be free throws for either team.
And they will be in the bonus, which could spell trouble for Niagara.
Well, one thing to note, if Humber needs to play the foul game, they don't have a foul to give, so that could be of note down the end. As the second's good, taking it down to 2
Very
possessions.
clutch free throws there.
Harrison's got it.
And in clutch moments like these, you cannot afford to slip up because one mistake and you're finished.
You take an inch and run a mile. Mitchell's got it on the wing, getting it down low to Harrison. Good pass there, double, no good.
Too hard off the glass.
Peppi's got it. Could have been a foul, no call. Little too fast. It's turned over to Mitchell. And Mitchell's fouled. A little bit interesting there. I didn't see much of a difference between that foul and the no call before.
Yeah.
You know what? I was about to say the officials have not been, in my opinion, fantastic here this afternoon. Lots of calls going both ways that I feel could be argued for or against.
I don't have a problem with that call. I'm just interested that it didn't go for both sides. But obviously, being official is a difficult job. So Mitchell will miss the first. And for Humber, you hope you keep it out of 2-possession game, as if she makes it a 3-possession game, it could be a little bit out of reach. But Humber with 2 timeouts, so they can advance the ball. That one rattles around and through. Need offense quickly, as Bapti's going to look to break it past center. 55 to go.
As the Niagara men's team actively looks on to cheer on their respective women's team.
Watt with the spin move nearly taken away. Martin Brown has it over in the corner. Good closeout there. Trying to.
And the ball rolls out of bounds, which now translates to Niagara potentially icing this game.
Well, that is disaster there for the Hawks, because you took the whole 24 seconds and Obviously, you don't score if you miss. If you get a quick shot up, you still have time, but Niagara's just going to look to let the clock go as Mitchell's going to get that over to Bell. Bell's content just to let the clock go. And that one's out of bounds. 23 to go.
And Lackshane with a 3 after the whistle, which could have been reliable in game.
Timeout called here for the Hawks. 23 seconds to go here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Simply Financial Athletic Center 7-point lead. What's the game plan here if you're the Hawks?
I honestly think if Humber can drop a play where they get 1-3 and keep applying pressure on the offensive and defensive ends of the ball, they should be fine. However, if Niagara can counteract that, they will be fine. And we're gonna have a look at a replay here.
That Taryn Mitchell, beautiful move like we spoke about earlier. Notices the opening on the right side, slithery snake through the high post.
Off the window.
Finds that right-hand finish, just a beautiful move from her. And those are moves that we've come to know all too well here in Welland. Taryn Mitchell, huge part of this team, and she makes plays like that on the regular, but
the rest of the
Hawks
OCAA knows that too well as well.
Well, they do.
And one thing I want to point out with 24 seconds on the clock, you have to get something up quick here.
You
because
do.
You got to get something out quick. It's like a 2-for-1 or a 2-for-0, right? You want
the
to.
shot clock is off now.
And with the shot clock being off, you can hold the ball and try and look for a last shot opportunity, but at the same time, you want to be able to produce multiple points, especially during clutch time.
Well, the last shot needs to happen with 4 more points on the scoreboard for the Hawks. That one's out of bounds. And 3 seconds shed off the 23.
Harrison will inbound. It's actually Niagara ball, so that looks like it might be it. The Hawks are going to look to have to get a turnover here.
And they're not going to look to foul here.
As Watt's going to take it. She'll take the left, and it's good. We've got a 5-point game. Niagara timeout.
By Niagara.
So if you're Niagara, you're going to advance the ball here, get it past half court. Right now, you're just trying to get to the line, but if you're Humber, you have to foul quick. You have probably 2 seconds to get a turnover, and if you don't get the turnover, you have to foul.
Now, Christian, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, those thoughts are absolutely correct. Really quickly, we're going to take a look at a replay, but they need to advance the ball fast, and if they can't do that, they leave themselves susceptible on the back end to a quick point coming the other way. As we take a look here,
Watt was such
fighting for that loose ball, and Watt gets a hand on it and very quickly puts that one home.
And let's talk about Humber's
to 5.
Now, sorry to cut you off there, Christian. Let's talk about Humber's defense. They've really been upping the ante and getting the ball in their hands, being active.
They've been great. They've been great all second half, and even in that first half, their defense was strong. It's just here in the fourth quarter, they haven't been able to match the kind of offensive production that the Knights have displayed. And they got 10.5 seconds left on the clock here to find 5 points. We'll see if they can do it. The ball inbounded on the opposite side of the court here. Taryn Mitchell to inbound. And
they're looking to trap and double here.
Trap and double the inbounder is right. Knock that ball down. Inbounded to Lackshane.
Great pass there as they're going to look to force the turnover. The foul is called.
And Lackshane will head to the line for 2.
Like you said, will get to the line for 2.
As she looks to put some points on the board.
Lackshane with no free throw attempts last season. But the first is good.
And Griffin Lackshane with her first bucket of the season as she looks to ice this game. And she does.
2 beautiful clutch free throws from Lac Shane steps up.
7-point game now.
Cold as ice.
In the second.
Makes this a 7-point lead. That one from way downtown. No good.
And the Niagara Knights take this one with a final score of 59-52 in a rather competitive basketball game here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center.
One thing I want to say is shout out to the Hawks with that comeback, being down, I believe it was 16.5, forcing it into a 7-point game. It was closer than what the scoreboard looked. And if you enjoyed this one, the Niagara Knights are going to take on the champs in about half an hour against the Humber Hawks. Any other thoughts, guys?
Yeah, really quickly, got to give a huge shout out to Sarah Bakhti for her performance here this afternoon. She was fantastic. Even in a losing effort, falling 7 points to the Knights here at home, she was all over the court. And for the Knights, Janie Harrison, 13 points, 11 rebounds for her, alongside Taryn Mitchell with 11 points and 5 rebounds, leading the way for the Knights. A huge win here at home, and looking to do that one more time here in Welland. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break. Alex, sign it off for us.
I'm Alex Vandenhack, joined by the one, the only Christian Simmons, and Marcus Lubin making his debut, doing a great job.
And there is the former head coach, Phil Mosley.
As we will be back in 30 for the second one of this doubleheader. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.